Welcome to my channel, Heated, where I talk about things that light a fire in me. Hopefully, it lights that same fire in you. Today, we're talking about KeKe Palmer and her abusive relationship. Let's get into it. All right, let's start off by acknowledging that any dynamic in a relationship, whether positive or negative, is built over time and not built all at once. There are silent agreements happening that are allowing for this dynamic to be built. So, before I continue my spiel, let's get into this gag with Keke Palmer. So it all starts here. At least it was the public's introduction into Keke Palmer's toxic relationship with Darius Jackson. She wore this dress, pictured above, to a Usher concert where Usher serenaded her, which Usher does at every single show. He didn't just pick Keke Palmer because she was Keke Palmer. The video and photos of her in this dress and the serenading went viral, and it sent Darius Jackson into a frenzy. And then he tweeted this. And now, I didn't take Darius a little too seriously when he read this. I don't know if y'all read it, but read it, please. Now, Darius, I'm not sure how you calling yourself the man of the family when you don't have no job. KeKe is your only source of work. Also, we found out later that when KeKe took her phone from him, he couldn't get another phone. So you that broke or you can't even afford a phone? It's kind of crazy. It sounds like to me the only actual principles of manhood you want to stand on are the ones where a woman has to submit to you, but you have to fulfill none of your actual manly obligations. But okay. Sorry to tell you this, Darius Jackson, but a woman cannot submit to somebody she's doing better than. What is she submitting to? You're like a child. Anyway, I still gave Darius some grace and thought he could be a better person. But no, let's continue. Before I say what I'm about to say, I am in no way justifying domestic violence to any degree, but I do want to talk about Kiki's response to Darius's tweets, right? Because her choice wasn't just to leave him, keep quiet, and move on. She goes and does this video with Usher, which is a very petty clapback, and she's a petty queen for that. But this is what I talk about when a toxic dynamic is built by both people because healthy people just leave when they don't like the behavior their partner is exhibiting. They don't go into further embarrassing their partner because even though Darius Jackson was completely wrong, this is embarrassing and it's kind of low grade for a person like KeKe Palmer because I do hold KeKe to a certain standard. I feel she is a treasure in our community and she's never done something like this before. Like we've seen her be uplifting and powerful. This wasn't even on brand for her. Okay, on my next take, please do not fight me because just follow me with this one. Now, it's important because I know we think that the person that experiences abuse isn't toxic, but they are. But most times the only person they're being toxic towards is themselves because healthy people leave. Repeat this with me. Healthy people leave. At the first red flags, at the first signs of disrespect, they do not stay and try to figure out when they see the danger lies ahead sign, they turn around. They don't go, oh, maybe it might be fun, or let's see if it's really dangerous or not. Healthy people do not stay in a dynamic that is literally destroying them. Before this, KeKe Palmer has not had one scandal. Do you know, as a black woman in Hollywood, what it is like to achieve that? Not many people. And she was a child star. She went from child star to adult star. Not many stars can do that scandal free, but she did it. So, how does this happen to someone like KeKe Palmer, who is absolutely gorgeous and has achieved amazing things in her life? I'm gonna tell you, somewhere inside of her, she has been taught to suppress certain parts of herself that aren't necessarily deemed desirable or likable by other people. Now, those non likable parts of herself are still there, are growing inside of her. She just loses consciousness, conscious awareness of them. They literally just begin operating in her shadows. They begin to almost function as their own being because she refuses to tend to them and allow them to fully express themselves as they should, because she needs to be a full human being. So what happens is these non likable parts of herself over time grow to such an immense degree that she can't really control them anymore. And they are kind of making most of the decisions for her. And that's what you call like your subconscious mind when you haven't properly programmed it, right? Through there, they're gonna choose those like parts that are unaware. They're gonna choose dynamics where the negativity in her can be expressed. And that is how people like KeKe Palmer get into these situations, because there are parts of themselves that they have not dealt with or addressed that are looking to be expressed. And they pick toxic dynamics because that is the only place it can actually be expressed. Because if she picks a healthy man, that the negativity can't be expressed. If she picks something safe, the negativity can't be expressed. The negativity is dying to come out of her. It is dying to be released. And sadly, the only place it actually finds release is in this toxic space. A person like KeKe Palmer, who is very successful, needs to learn how to properly and healthily manage and deal with the negative parts of themselves so that they can be in control of that part of themselves and not that part of themselves be in control of them, because that's definitely what happened in this area of her life. Every other area she's hit every cylinder, but in this one area it's not, because the part of herself that's been suppressed has to be expressed. It has to find its way out, and this is how it's doing it. So if you are like KeKe Palmer, please find healthy ways to express your negativity so you don't have to choose bad relationships for it to be expressed in.
So let's talk, because I accidentally did a video. Could you?
What we gonna talk about?
We're going to talk about how
Yeah, enjoying her birthday. We're having the best time of our lives. And let's celebrate. Let's keep it up. Let's turn it up and let's make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this picture is one of the screenshots that leaked from KeKe Palmer's filing for a restraining order against Darius Jackson because of the abuse he was experiencing in that relationship. I just wanted to include that for contextual evidence. This is KeKe's mom's response to, I think, Darius Jackson's brother's Twitter antics or their whole family antics. So we have this and the leaked recording from Darius, KeKe, and the mom's interaction. And I want to deep dive that like slightly and talk about how that how that talks about KeKe Palmer and her mom and how she relates to men. It just this whole dynamic between the three of them. I'll talk about that.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter, the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest fuckboy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a fuckboy and you're a part of the problem.
Where's my son at? Okay.
That's what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You are a dickless motherfucker.
I'm sure.
I don't know what the fuck my daughter just saw in your limp dick ass.
That
I'm about to fix it. I'm about to fix it.
That's what you raised. That's what you raised.
You are, yeah, and that's what your mama raised. Dick suckers.
Okay.
Your brother's a dick sucker too.
I'm sure.
Both of y'all dick suckers.
I'm sure.
You probably suck dicks too.
Okay.
Dick sucker.
Yep.
You a dick sucking motherfucker.
All right, so about a bullet.
You keep fucking around, I might get somebody to fuck you.
All right, so about that bullet again.
You keep fucking with me, you might get a dick in your ass.
Okay.
Keep fucking with me.
Okay.
You motherfuckers don't know who you dealing with.
Y'all have no idea who you stepped up and play with, but it's
You
all
will.
good.
I tried to be nice to you.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice because I thought you had some mental problems.
Nope.
So I tried to be nice. But you gonna talk about my daughter? You gonna harass my daughter? You gonna talk about Usher? Usher is gay. You and your stupid ass family don't even understand the business. Usher is gay, guys.
Tell her to put some clothes on.
Gay.
Okay, so I do understand that Kiki's mom isn't wrong for wanting to defend her child, but this is the wrong way to do it. The best way to defend her child would be by giving her daughter the proper guidance and tools to navigate the situation and not by adding fuel to that fire. Negativity does not drive out negativity, only positive action does. Or assertive action. Assertive action does not require the whole situation that KeKe Pamler created. Healthy people leave. They leave. They do not stay and feed the toxic cycle. They leave. Now, when you hear my overall thoughts on this entire situation, please do not take them personally. View this dynamic as an impersonal lesson for everybody, right? I've said this enough times throughout this video. Toxic relationships are built. They are an exchange between two people, even if the other person looks like a victim. So, let's define what a victim actually is. If a bad thing happens to a person, the event itself is neutral. The way the person responds to that event will determine if the person is a victim or not. And I know we can go back and forth on that, but just for now, let's stick to that simple definition. Typically, once a person decides, or even if it just happens subconsciously, they feel like they're a victim, they will find ways to validate and reinforce that identity. And people don't realize this. They do that most times when they pick their partners. Their partners become their perpetrator. They become the person that makes you consistently feel like you're not good enough. Like they are reinforcing what you already feel about yourself. Because if you didn't feel these things about yourself, you would leave. So, my whole advice from this is take every relationship you entertain and please let it be a indication of how you value yourself. I'm not saying that means date people with money, but at least when it comes to that person's character, if you are making excuses for a person's lapse in character, please ask yourself why you're doing that. If you're excusing toxic behavior, why are you doing that? Like get very curious about why are you doing certain things in your relationships, especially if it's bad. If it's great, kudos to you. But if you don't like something, figure out why you are accepting it. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I just want to give my opinion. And if you made it through this video, I appreciate it. And if you didn't, well, I guess you wouldn't got here anyway. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. And thank you guys again.